Hello and welcome, or to be more on brand, hello!
Here we go!
Let's just chat. Let's chat. So if you've been following this channel, you know that this is mainly focused on Disney history, and my love for the legacy of Disney. But as we also know, Disney is also destroying that legacy that I, as many millions of other people, have loved. And instead, there is a new king coming to take its throne and crown.
You scoundrel!
By this point, we all know about Epic Universe. It's been in the news for years at this point, and the excitement has just been building and building, and it's come to the point where it's almost here. The countdown's on. They started to do team member previews, so people are literally visiting this park right now and being able to get the first taste of it before the rest of us do. The one thing that is unfortunate about not living in Florida is the fact that I won't be able to get the first taste of it or be invited to the previews because I'm not that big of a channel yet. And that's completely fine. I am really happy to be able to still admire and observe from afar, although it'd be really cool, and I'm really excited when I do get a chance to go visit it later in the year. It's been on my list of things that I've been looking forward to for many years now, and as more developments come out and more things are being shown, the excitement is continuing. I am so ecstatic, just like so many others, about this new theme park, the resorts that are coming out. And I can say that I never grew up on Universal. I genuinely did not go to Universal until 2019. That was my first time ever stepping foot on Universal property for Halloween Horror Nights. And you guys will know that I love Halloween Horror Nights, even though I've only gotten to go a couple times as well.
I've never been here, like I said, it's my first time. He's the expert, he has the annual pass. But we have like an hour before it actually opens for Horror Nights, so we're checking out City Walk.
But anytime I've gotten to go, I treasure it. I do appreciate and admire the history of the parks as well. Even though a lot of the rides are very screen heavy and had been, and compared to Disney, where I heard someone coin the term grandma rides, where you can go and take your grandma on a ride. And I love that term. I've been using it forever since I heard that because it really does work. Sometimes you just want to go on a relaxing boat ride.
Compared to Universal, Disney has plenty of those. And hilariously enough, the only boat rides Universal ever had, or still have, are the complete opposite of relaxing. But that's what makes the Universal experience thrilling and fun. It's no secret that they've always ended up leaning towards the bigger kids and adults as their main demographic compared to Disney, where their demographic has been focused on ages 0 to 99. Yes, there was a time when Disney tried to match the edgier crowd, but currently all that work that was made is now being undone.
I never would have thought that the Eisner era was genuinely one of the best eras of Disney outside of the original Walt Disney era. But you also have to take that into play because Universal was really created within the 80s and 90s, and Disneyland came out in the 50s. So a lot of the rides that Magic Kingdom had were carbon copies of what was in Disneyland within the 50s. So therefore, the innovation, although now has been a lot more intense, was not there for the longest time because people didn't have that. We need to get gigantic roller coasters built and make it the most thrilling experience. That's why Universal has been compared more to Six Flags with the same level in terms of their rides, because Six Flags has always been go big or go home, or go big, go Six Flags. They are known for their gigantic roller coasters. Ironically, one that just got destroyed. I only go to Six Flags because I'm a local. If I did not live nearby Six Flags, I would not go at all. I live nearby Six Flags Great Adventure, and so I do have a taste of theme parks at my doorstep, but not in the same caliber or regard as Disney or Universal. And so, just like many others, I love going to Disney and Universal because those are truly some of the top tier parks that we have in America, especially on the East Coast. With all that being said, I am very excited about Epic Universe, just like many others, and even though I am not nearby the parks, doesn't mean that I shouldn't talk about the excitement about them coming out. So first things I gotta do is change that background away from the castle. So much better for this discussion. First off, we gotta remember how exciting this actually is, because this is the first theme park that many of us are experiencing being a brand new theme park as adults.
Looking back in history, the last couple of major theme parks that opened were Disney's Animal Kingdom in 1998, Universal's Islands of Adventure in 1999, and Disney's California Adventure in 2001, respectively. There's been occasional smaller parks opening since that time frame, like Legoland Florida, for example, in 2011, but nothing as huge as Epic is going to be. On that same note, however, since it's been over 20 years since the last couple of major theme parks opened, the way that they advertised was a lot different than it currently is, and genuinely, that's something I miss so much. Remember that the internet in its current state didn't exist when all these past parks were opening, and therefore all the advertisements were through home media releases, either on DVDs or VHSs, and highly produced television specials.
We had physical media like brochures. So even though I never went to Universal Studios as a child, I do have pamphlets for Universal Studios and for Islands of Adventure from my parents picking it up. I just love that they still kept it. That's the one benefit of my dad being a little bit of a hoarder, is being able to go back and stumble upon all of this history. They have a whole pamphlet about Nickelodeon Studios. I never got to experience Nickelodeon Studios, and I grew up as a Nickelodeon kid, of course, just like I was a Disney kid. I was also a Nickelodeon kid, just like every millennial, and seeing this, that's so sad that it's gone, because I still love Nickelodeon, even though that's a whole controversy out itself. It's so funny because this is showing the times of information for Universal Studios in July 2002. And I did a vacation as a child in 2002 at Disney, but we did stay on Disney property. So I wonder if my dad picked it up at the airport, because we did not go to Universal. But jumping back on topic, it was so cool to always have these old pamphlets with all the information. I have no idea if Epic Universe will have physical paper media, because everything seems to be digital now. And that's like the historical love that I have, where I don't want it to go away. I understand that it's kind of a catch-22, because the more paper media you have, you're killing trees. But honestly, uploading it digitally also kills trees. So we're killing the planet regardless, no matter what we do. I know, great environmental message here.
Even though the ways advertising has changed and information has been given out mainly because of the internet, I do still miss the highly produced, magical feeling promotional videos. But I know that's where the media influencers and bloggers come in instead. And yes, I'm counting myself in that arena, even though I'm not an Orlando local.
As a stereotypical millennial, this theme park I am probably the most excited for in my entire life. Of course, like I said, the last time that theme parks were new, I was a literal child, so I couldn't comprehend the idea of something being brand new. I was the weird child that even when I was a teenager, I never realized how new media was. And I always thought that even the current media that was happening was older, and I was always watching syndicated reruns. But I was watching Degrassi when it was brand new, and I did not realize that it was brand new. I, just like many others, am looking forward, and I'm really hopeful for this to be a great theme park, because again, as a mainly Disney focused channel, we all are experiencing and seeing how Disney is currently destroying its legacy. And that would get me on another rabbit hole discussion that I've talked about many times before. What they're doing is making awful decisions. And as much as I love Disney and want to see Disney succeed, I am very happy to jump over to Universal and to give them credit where credit's due, because if Universal does well and takes away from Disney making money, Disney has to decide and revisit the drawing board and maybe, just maybe, be able to be innovative again.
I think that's something that's been missing for some time now. Just like previously mentioned, the last time there was a true theme park boom was between the 80s to 2000s. And although there's been a lot of new attractions and lands added within the various theme parks, some additions better than others, there hasn't been that true sense of real competition in a while. Competition can be amazing. That's what really helped us get peak Disney within the 90s and early 2000s in the first place. It makes companies think and get creative again. At least it did in the past, and if this park doesn't wake Disney up, I don't know what will.
The park is going to be opening soon. There is a lot to look at, and I am so hyped for these portals and these lands. I am so hyped for the themes, some of them much more than others, of course. But I really, really feel like this is going to be a phenomenal park and such a phenomenal, unique, amazing experience. So let's jump into all the lands and what they have and what I'm looking forward to, even though I'm not going to be visiting them right away.
Universal Epic Universe is comprised of 5 incredibly themed worlds, and in those, over 50 unique, compelling experiences.
Celestial Park, the opening to Epic Universe, the land that you'll be walking into, their Main Street USA of sorts.
From what we know so far, it's the main hub that connects us to all the different portals. Its main theme is being a part of the cosmos, and even though it's more science-y space vibes, my witchy astrological self loves it and hopes it's more of a whimsigoth/1920s Art Deco aesthetic. When it comes to attractions, there's a family dual launch coaster, Stardust Racers, which I'm so excited to ride, especially at night. It should look beautiful, and a gorgeous constellation carousel, which is always a classic. As of right now, no full menus have been released for any of the areas, outside of a few select meals highlighted, nor details about what the shops are like, but I know it's going to be, well, epic.
From then on, there are 2 portals on each side, either left or right, whatever you choose, Super Nintendo World and the Isle of Berk from How to Train Your Dragon.
Both of these areas definitely cater more towards the kids in the family, as well as the young at heart. How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk will feature a fire drill water ride, where your goal is to hit as many targets as possible. Hiccup's Wing Glider, which is another family roller coaster, traveling through the lagoon. Dragon's Racer Rally, a flying ride where you can choose how much or little you want to spin around your own glider. And Viking Training Camp, which is the interactive play area of this land. There's also a Broadway-style production show going to be featured in this area, which should be very exciting. It's so important to have a good variety of both attractions and entertainment to enjoy.
I did not grow up on the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. I have not seen the movie. I am changing that. I have that on my list to watch, How to Train Your Dragon. And I have heard the soundtrack, and the soundtrack is beautiful. So yes, this is on my list to change, but I am very, very, very excited for the Super Nintendo World, and that is my number 2 portal land that I am the most excited for.
Because it's already been built in Universal Studios Japan and Hollywood, we have the most information about this area. We're getting Mario Kart's Bowser's Challenge, which I've been looking forward to, a Donkey Kong family coaster with Minecart Madness, and Yoshi's Adventure, a slow-moving, adorable dark ride throughout Mushroom Kingdom. This is also the one area where we know the most about the type of food they'll have, again, due to it being similar to the ones in the other parks.
Listen, I'm a stereotypical millennial. I grew up on Nintendo. I love Super Mario, and I loved playing Super Mario Brothers growing up as a video game, even though I have still not gotten past level 3. Remember, Super Mario Brothers was in the 80s, so even though I grew up playing that, when it comes to Super Mario as a franchise, it was more involved with Super Mario 64, Mario Kart, and Super Mario Party. I'm a bit more of a cozy gamer, if you couldn't tell from the videos that I've covered when it comes to gaming, especially Disney gaming. I love my cozy games. So Super Mario Party is my jam. I love Mario Kart. I've always grown up on the racing games. And the fact that we get to do Mario Kart in real life is going to be one of the best things in my entire life. I am so ecstatic to be able to do Mario Kart. And even Donkey Kong, the roller coaster. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see everything. And I will be freaking out being able to step foot in that land. Especially meeting the characters, especially meeting Toad. I love Toad so much. Yeah, I will probably be spending a lot of money on Toad merchandise and Super Mario merchandise, but I'm really excited that Nintendo is going to be part of Universal as a whole, and I'm also super excited for the hopes of what is going to come from the Nintendo properties with expansions. I'll say this now because I know there's been a lot of rumors when it comes to The Legend of Zelda or Pokemon. I mean, come on, I'm a 90s kid. Of course I love Pokemon. and then Animal Crossing. Like, Animal Crossing has been my obsession from Nintendo since 2020 when the game came out, New Horizons. I was really late to the game, but once I joined into New Horizons, in love with Animal Crossing. And if we can get an Animal Crossing section in Universal in the future, take my money. Take all my money. So yeah, you can tell that I'm very excited for Super Nintendo World, and I cannot wait, and I'm so excited! Going further into the park, the other two portals we have are Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic, because of course you have to have Harry Potter in any of the Universal parks. I know that's their moneymaker. I'm not a Harry Potter person. I know I've said this many times if you've seen the other videos, especially while in Universal, but I do understand the appeal, and I do understand how important it is of a property. It really truly changed the trajectory of Universal, and it really truly helped them surpass Disney on that element and really make them a competitive source.
There's one major attraction within this world, the battle at the Ministry. From what is shown so far, it looks like an intense motion simulator adventure where you're involved with saving the wizarding world once more, as well as an indoor show, Les Cirques Arcanus. I'm intrigued by this one. I love a good circus, especially a magical one. But again, I don't know anything about the story, so this will be a completely blind new experience for me. I am excited though for more Parisian treats and butterbeer crepes.
And if you couldn't figure out by my previous mention about loving to go to Halloween Horror Nights, obsessed with Halloween, obsessed with horror, Dark Universe is the other portal that I am the most excited about. It's number one. They're really closely tied. Dark Universe and Super Nintendo World are truly the two portals I am the most excited to go into. But come on, Universal Monsters. I've been waiting for years for more Universal Monsters properties. I loved that they did the Universal Monster houses throughout the last couple of years. I loved being able to go experience the mash-up of Universal Monsters house, and oh, I'm so stoked. I'm so excited for it. Like, this is gonna be me going through and like getting to meet the monsters and like having Dracula and being able to meet Dracula. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so excited. I am gonna be fangirling over Dracula. I know already I love Dracula so much. Oh my god, Francis is gonna be so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about it. I'm genuinely so excited for this, and this is how I'm gonna be while I'm there, and I'm just envisioning it.
So yeah, this is currently why I want to go to the theme park the most. I'm truly hyped for the entire experience. I probably won't want to leave the land, and I know I'm going to be insanely giddy the entire time. The two attractions featured are the Curse of the Werewolf, a spinning roller coaster where you attempt to escape a pack of werewolves, and Monsters Unleashed, the Frankenstein Experiment, an insane motion simulation dark ride with the most technologically advanced monster audio animatronics. I'm already at a loss for words. Just leave me with the vampires and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I know I'm the weird one, whereas, like I said, as much as I love Disney and I love the characters in Disney, Halloween and horror is genuinely my first love, especially as I've gotten older and have fallen deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. That's number one. And Halloween is my favorite time of year, so being able to visit a place that is basically Halloween all year round, I'm going to go fangirl all over the place, and I'm so ecstatic for everything featured within Dark Universe, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like, and I will be screaming from all the footage and videos that people are going to have coming out, hyping myself up to be able to see it in real life. I'm at a loss for words because of how excited I really truly am for this park and for the lands and the attractions and elements in each of the portals. It'll be cool to check out Harry Potter. It'll be cool to check out Isle of Berk. It's literally Super Nintendo World and Dark Universe that I'm gonna be at, spending all my time there. So if you couldn't tell, I'm very excited, even though I won't be visiting until the end of the year. But honestly, I'm okay with waiting because I don't have to be first. I also feel like it's better to wait because you don't have to deal with the insanity of the crowds trying to be the first ones. You don't have to deal with all of the glitches as much as they're working it out. It'll be a lot smoother of an experience, hopefully. And I'm really excited to see what else is coming from Universal because there are already rumors of the expansions, and I know they're already talking about Wicked as a land, and I am 100% here for Wicked. I love Wicked. Besides Halloween Horror, I'm a Broadway kid, so like I've been a fan of Wicked for decades, and so yes, I welcome that. Like that would be the element that I would go for. I feel like Wicked as a university and Shiz University works a lot better than Harry Potter for my enjoyment. I know a lot of people still love Harry Potter, good for them, but I would rather wear the memorabilia from Wicked, which is University, compared to Hogwarts. I'm so happy that there's a Wicked store, and I'm hoping that that Wicked store is still there when I get to visit in November because of the second film coming out. And yes, I will be spending so much money on merchandise already. I'm gonna try to be good, but I already know between Super Nintendo World and Toad, Dark Universe, and all the Universal monsters, and Wicked, I have to be good, but I definitely will be getting some stuff for my suitcase to bring home because this is gonna be fantastic. I'm so excited. I've said this hundreds of times at this point in this video. So yes, as a non-Florida resident, looking and observing all of the Florida residents talk about it, I still want to share my thoughts, have a discussion, and be able to talk about history in the making because this is something monumental. And as silly as it is, it's just another theme park. It's still going to be a fantastic attraction, and I am really looking forward to seeing how this might change the theme park industry as a whole, because if they are delivering everything that they've been talking about, it's a huge deal. I'm really excited to see Universal take its time and develop these amazing immersive worlds that really put you in, that's not 100% screen based. Like they listen to the audience, because at a time everything at Universal was really screen based. You're sitting in front of a screen and a ride, it's a motion ride. But they have learned and they have changed, and they are showing that they care about their consumers. I understand that I'm defending a huge corporation here, but again, you gotta give credit where it's due, and what they are giving us is such a phenomenal park from what it seems, because we still don't know what it's going to be like in reality yet, but I am hopeful. I'm really excited, I'm really hopeful, and I know a lot of other people are, and we are counting down the days until it becomes open. Like, it's here. They are doing team member previews. They're going to be doing pass holder previews soon. It exists. It is a part of our reality, and we need something amazing to look forward to, especially with the rest of the world being as crazy as it is. So I'm really happy that we have this to enjoy. So that's the end of my Universal TED Talk of discussing the future plans and what I'm looking forward to when it comes to this theme park. I'm really excited to continue to keep on observing and seeing the updates happen. And I'm grateful for all the people that are also right in the field talking about it, documenting it. Like, this is a really cool communal situation we have going on. I'm really excited to be a part of this community. Even though I'm not right in the action, I'm kind of back on the other side of the world still, since I'm not in Florida. That's the benefit of the internet. We all can be together even if we are hundreds of miles apart from each other. So as always, I ask you guys now, what are you looking forward to with Epic Universe? Are you excited for this park? What land are you looking forward to the most? And are you going this year? Lots of questions to talk about. So let me know your thoughts below. And yes, we'll have a little bit more Universal stuff sprinkled in here and there, as well as much more Disney conversation to have throughout the year, and a lot more Disney topics to talk about. As always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you at the movies. I'll see you real soon.